Today's Wholesale Daily, we want to talk about scam. What do we mean? What do we mean by scamming? And here's what we mean. When you're wholesaling, you want to have people think, you want to make sure that these people don't see you as scam artists. Mm-hmm. And in today's session, Wholesale Daily, we're going to talk about how to present yourself properly so that people know that you're legit and you don't trigger their scam radar, which is going to be very, very high on them. So I'm Dustin.
I'm Josh.
I'm Corey.
We are the Wholesale Daily Show. We're here to bring you the best information we can on wholesaling and at the same time share with you our journey as we wholesale and we fix and we flip and we win and we lose and we crash and we burn like the friggin' meteorite that gets chewed up by the friction of the atmosphere. Because, man, it's a tough gig out there if you're wholesaling. And it's obviously a tough gig in general, because if this stuff were easy, everybody would do it.
That's right.
But it is definitely worth the effort to put in. And if you're, depending on where you are in your journey of real estate and wholesaling, you may not have that critical mass yet, and this could still seem like an impossible battle to win. And to be fair, with us even doing 50 plus deals last year, we sometimes feel like it's a tough battle to win as well. And there's certain days of the week that are great, certain days that aren't. So today's topic, as you can see, the scam. I want to introduce you to the idea, and you probably don't think of this, but when you're wholesaling, you're going after people that you're going after
Sounds so offensive,
right? You're going after people.
We're hunting,
right? Excuse our direct language, but you're targeting. That's a little better, hey? Yeah,
a little bit, yeah.
So when you're wholesaling, you're targeting people, and a lot of the times they could be in foreclosure. They could be on the tax lien list, or maybe the probate. They've been divorced. Mm-hmm. And these people are going to be getting hit up by all sorts of solicitors trying to probably sell them stuff. And there's definitely probably some shady wholesalers in there as well. So they're going to be on red alert as far as with you saying, hey, I want to buy your house. They're going to probably be thinking to themselves, all right, like, is this legit? Is it not? It's not going to be everybody. However, there's going to be a percentage of people that you're going to have to diffuse. So we'll talk about what we've done to do this and what we work on in order to get it set up and to sound professional. Corey, you want to tell them some of the things we've done to get this nice?
Yeah.
Nice.
So a big thing obviously is the person that comes in contact with the homeowner. Oh yeah, Instagram, hey. Person that comes in contact with the homeowner, so whether that's you on the phone or an associate of yours on the phone, I mean, having like a good, just friendly voice, a quality script can really help. But then let's move ahead, and then when you're actually meeting the person, let's say, or you're door knocking, and you've gotten to the point where you're looking at their house, there's simple things like business cards. We got really nice business cards designed at moo.com. They feel and look great. I did like a really simple design, I think at Vistaprint, and just exported it and then made it again in Moo. Got those printed, and then we also got some nice T-shirts printed, or nice polos actually. They're like good quality polos, right, with our logo on it. So we had a logo made. If you need a logo made, Fiverr.com is a good one. We usually tend to spend significant amounts of money on logos in the past that isn't necessarily necessary for it, but it is, if you do have the budget, it is good to have a good logo and have some designer put some creativity into it. But that first impression is really key. So with a nice shirt, well-groomed person, and just like a softer personality, not like an aggressive A-type personality. You really want someone who can connect with somebody. And it's those initial conversations and meetings that really do make a huge impact in people's perception of you, and also just like putting care and effort into communicating with them well and finding out about what their story is and what it is they want to get out of the property and that sort of thing. And that kind of also helps you close deals too, which is a win-win. But
absolutely,
that's what comes to mind initially.
Yeah, that's definitely some good things, and we're always continually working on this as we're getting more and more deals and leads coming in and in our pipeline. And we know that as wholesalers, for you, the hardest thing for you to do is generate the amount of leads that you want. So part of the thing that we do here at Modern REI is we provide wholesalers with pre-qualified phone leads. So if you're listening to the podcast, you can go to modernrei.com, or if you want to just comment below the word leads, and we can get you the link to more information and provide you with some very high quality seller leads that are pre-qualified. Moving on.
Oh, I got a thought too about the scam.
Yeah.
I think two people's scam radar comes out just the moment you start acting like you might not know what you're talking about, or you lose that kind of confidence. Mm-hmm. And so if you're new to wholesaling, you may be, familiar with the process, but then when it comes to the contracts, for instance, if you're not familiar with the contract and you can't explain it to them in a way that makes sense, mm-hmm. then that's going to be automatic, like scam radar is going to kick in.
Yeah.
And so something you could do for fun is just take your friends and have them over, have like a glass of wine, hang out with them, and you could practice on them. You could practice explaining the contract to them, and if you can help them make sense of it, that's going to put you in a great position. Yeah. Socialize. And I think too, any moment anything deviates from the plan, and so there's been times in the past, just when we were building systems, because we might have a large team doing wholesaling, and the moment something deviates from the plan, for instance, if we say we'll get the contract to you and the contract doesn't come, and next thing you know they message us asking about the contract, that's scam radar coming up. So just being quick and proficient as well, and always time is of the essence. And having like a DocuSign is a really professional way as well. That's a great thing you can do. Like if you show up and you have the contract and it's wrinkly, or I don't know, maybe there's blood on it or ketchup, just having that professional image. And we have to actually put a little bit of extra work into that, because our guy on the ground is quite young, and so a lot of times he might show up and he needs to have his stuff together. He needs to be professional to kind of overcome that barrier that people put on him before they even get to know him. And so using DocuSign, or we have an iPad where he walks them through everything on the iPad. So just cool stuff like that is also helpful to overcome the scam radar.
We also have like a really nice in-home presentation that's in PDF on a iPad, but we also printed it out in a brochure so that we can walk through it and help these guys understand how we came to our offer. And as you can see, if at any time you're lost, just refer to the diagram as it is
very clear
to scale and wellly done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is radar.
I can also add another thing. We also started doing printing off little sheets that we give homeowners if they haven't made up their mind yet, just telling them, I think, what to expect. And then there was another one that we printed off and got laminated really nicely, so that when someone we can talk about that after.
Yeah.
So funny.
So that when someone I'm totally lost. Okay, a nice laminated piece of paper. When someone does sign a contract, it shows them what to expect, and we write the close date on it, and we give them a little bag of cookies, or we give everybody cookies. I think
It's true. We always have cookies in the car.
Cookies, put whatever you want in.
Cookies, beers, show up with a case of beer.
Yeah.
Actually, that could be our next strategy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Door knocking with a case of beer.
Yeah.
Before we get into this, how would you like a cold one? Some cold beer.
Cold beer. Listen to my pitch.
But those are definitely things that are going to help you out. And in the beginning, you're going to be nervous, especially if you've never done a deal before. Credibility is going to be tough. But you can say, just be honest with them and transparent. Like, honestly, I'm new to this. I'm still learning. and I want to make this experience as smooth as possible for you. And another thing to say that works really well is if you can vocalize what they're thinking inside their brain. Like, for example, you could say something to them like, hey, I know you're probably getting called all the time. You probably think this is some sort of scam. In fact, there's probably people who have tried to scam you or sell you BS stuff. I totally understand that. I'm annoyed all the time as well. You're probably getting a bunch of postcards in the mail. And just call it out so you can have what they would call tactical empathy on this.
That's good.
On this. So good tidbit there. And for those of you guys just joining us right now, welcome to the Modern REI podcast and Wholesale Daily Show. If you have a question about real estate or wholesaling, please post that in the comments, as we'll love to get you answers to those, or maybe even feature them on the next episode of the Wholesale Daily. And we understand that as wholesalers, one of your biggest bottlenecks is getting qualified, motivated seller leads. And we have a huge cold call sales floor that produces leads all over the US at a better price than direct mail. So type the word leads into the comments below, and we can get you some details on how we can get you qualified wholesale leads in your city. Continuing on, let's wrap this up. We know that we want to give you short, digestible things that you can take and share our journey with you. A little bit of an update. Corey has a beautiful sheet prepared as far as where we are on our journey here. Our goal. Can you see it? Oh, there it is. So what does this mean, Corey? It looks like a ball.
So we've closed one deal in 2019 so far, and you can see we have 2 3/4 of them under contract.
What do you mean by 3/4?
What does that mean?
What does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
We're very close to getting another one under contract. We just need an additional signer for the, I think, right?
That's right. We've got a husband who wants to sign and a wife in another state. She's into it too, but we've got to get her email address so we can get the DocuSign sent, and then we're good.
So that's exciting.
Yeah, and DocuSign is an online thing that we use for our contracts. Most people will be good and cool with the DocuSign, but every now and then you'll get an old guy or gal and they'll want the actual paper. So we always make sure we have 2 copies of the contracts and then the DocuSign as well. So we're excited to share our journey, the ups and downs of this stuff, because you see a lot of people on the internet of just like, yeah, kicking ass, right? When really it's sometimes you're kicking ass, well, immediately there's another foot loading to kick you in the ass.
This is true.
So that's the fun of this. And there's definitely points of like what we would call like critical mass, where you're on a, it's like when there's an upswing, everything goes good, and then, as you know, in your life, when things happen, it can come and repeatedly kick you in the ass over and over again. So we'll share that stuff with you as we go along. Like we're saying, we did one deal so far this month, and we actually took a loss on it just to get it out, because every now and then you buy a house when you're hammered.
Josh.
No, not quite, but sometimes it seems that way.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for leads, we can provide them for you with our cold call sales floor. We know how hard cold calling is, and we have the technology to provide leads anywhere in the US, in any city. So type the word leads in the comments, and we can help you get motivated seller leads at a better price than direct mail. If you're listening to the podcast, head over to modernrei.com, and we got a beautiful little video there for you. And make sure to subscribe. And tomorrow we have another beautiful topic ready for you.
We do.
For those of you guys just joining us on Instagram Live, thank you for joining us. And once again, we're here for the long haul to help you on your wholesale journey.
Nice.
All right.
Cool.
See you tomorrow.
See you later.